Young lady, you don't fool me one bit.
I'm not trying to, but I bet I could, though.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Marilyn Monroe quotes that still inspire us today.
Ooh, do you feel the breeze from the subway? Isn't it delicious?
Men grow cold as girls grow old, and we all lose our charms in the end.
And when I woke up, I wanted to swim right back to you.
For this list, we'll be looking at encouraging and empowering quotes often attributed to or reportedly made by this global icon. What words of wisdom from the blonde bombshell stand out most to you? Post them under the video. Number 10. Sometimes you just have to throw on a crown and remind them who they're dealing with.
Did you ever, anywhere, anything like it?
All blue stones. Cozy little job, what?
May I just hold it for a minute?
Being a woman in Hollywood has never been easy, which is something Marilyn knew quite well. This star understood her worth and made sure everyone around her was fully aware of it too. You don't need to be a Hollywood icon to follow her advice, as it pretty much rings true for every aspect of life. Whether it's work, relationships, or you just need a bit of a self-confidence boost, throw on that crown and stand tall so everyone can see it.
I just love finding new places to wear diamonds.
You are the prize, and don't let them forget it. Marilyn certainly wouldn't.
I always say a kiss on the hand might feel very good, but a diamond tiara lasts forever.
Number 9. Wanting to be someone else is a waste of the person you are. What makes this world a fascinating place to live in is that everyone is different and brings something unique to the table.
And believe me, a swell gal with it. Take it from me, I know her for a long time. It's Marilyn Monroe.
As someone who was constantly in the public eye, Marilyn knew the pressures of trying to fit a mold created by society. But she refused to bow to the pressure.
I think he just craved a little affection. You know, a sense of being loved and needed and wanted.
We are all guilty of comparing ourselves to other people, especially in the age of social media. And sometimes we can forget to celebrate what makes us so great. When the camera stopped rolling, Marilyn was true to herself. An admirable quality that we should strive to internalize. Number 8. How wrong it is for a woman to expect the man to build the world she wants, rather than to create it herself. In other words, go break those glass ceilings, ladies.
Anybody but that monster, Lorelei Lee.
What?
Mr. Esmond, I am Lorelei Lee.
Pretty early in the game to start teasing your father-in-law.
You might argue that Marilyn lived in an even more male-dominated era than we do today, but that does not mean she let them have control.
Young lady, you don't fool me one bit.
I'm not trying to, but I bet I could, though.
When she wanted to shed her sex symbol image, she went for more serious roles. When Joe DiMaggio disagreed with the direction that she was taking her career in, she left him.
Run along, darling.
Yes, dear.
If you want something, go after it. If you want to see a change, make it happen. Don't wait for things to just materialize. It's up to you to build the world you want to see.
Well, why is it wrong for me to want those things?
Well, I concede that... Say, they told me you were stupid. You don't sound stupid to me.
I can be smart when it's important.
Number 7. We are all stars, but we must learn how to shine. Marilyn had her lucky break when she was discovered by a photographer, and the world was introduced to a new star.
You know, of course, that diamonds are a girl's best friend. And this is our proof of it.
But you don't have to dream of life under the spotlight for the sentiment of this message to still apply. Many of us, especially women, hold back out of fear of being perceived as bossy, aggressive, or difficult.
You just walk in, a stranger out of nowhere, and for the first time, it all lights up.
However, in exchange for repressing who we really are, we also dim the qualities that make us sparkle the most. While you may know what makes you shine the brightest, it's time to share it with the world.
You're a real beautiful woman. It's almost kind of an honor sitting next to you. You just shine in my eyes. That's my true feeling, Rosalind.
Number 6. Always, always, always believe in yourself. Because if you don't, then who will, sweetie? In order to throw on that crown we talked about earlier, first you have to believe that you are worthy of it.
You know, you do need more love in your life. I never met anyone who needed it more.
And don't be afraid of taking up some space in this world. Marilyn definitely wouldn't. You get back what you put out there. So whether it's a job interview, that promotion you knew you'd be perfect for, or pretty much anything else, if you don't believe in yourself, why should anyone else? Stand tall and proud. Show the world that you believe in yourself, and the rest will follow. Number 5. Imperfection is beauty, madness is genius, and it's better to be absolutely ridiculous than absolutely boring.
You may not believe this, but people keep falling desperately in love with me.
Oh, I believe it.
And suddenly, they get this strange idea in their heads.
I believe that, too.
Yes, they start asking me to marry them. All the time.
While Marilyn might be known as a pin-up icon, you don't need to delve too far into her biography to know that she was far from perfect. Nevertheless, the fact that her legacy still lives on today speaks volumes for the kind of person she was. During her time, Marilyn was someone women aspired to look like and men wanted to be with. Yet, she celebrated the quirkier parts of life. After all, it's people's differences and individuality that usually make them fascinating and help add a little color to this world.
Ooh, do you feel the breeze from the subway? Isn't it delicious?
Number 4. Sometimes good things fall apart so better things can fall together.
The sun don't beam, the moon don't shine, the tide don't ebb and flow.
Hollywood can be such a fickle industry, so we imagine anyone in that world clings onto this optimism. However, in Marilyn's life, she faced many uncertainties. So it's inspiring to know that she always focused on what could be right around the corner.
That's right. Because if a girl's spending all of her time worrying about the money she doesn't have, how is she going to have any time for being in love?
We've all felt that heartbreak when something doesn't go how we'd hope, and we're left feeling dejected. However, we must remind ourselves that while things might feel a bit rubbish in that moment, it just makes room in your life for something even more amazing to come your way.
Good evening, Mr. Esmond. Won't you pray come in?
Thank you. I'd love to.
Number 3. We should all start to live before we get too old. One of the greatest vices humanity has developed is our ability to procrastinate.
Come on, let's have lots of drinks. Come on.
As you get older and find yourself with more responsibilities, it's easy to let life pass you by and you forget to try to realize your dreams.
Well, you never can tell. Maybe you'll get ambitious again.
Marilyn had such a fascinating life, which was tragically cut short when she was found dead at age 36. In that brief time, she achieved so much and left such an extraordinary legacy that it remains just as unforgettable today. While you have the chance, you should pursue your dreams and live your life to the fullest, so that when you're old, you can look back and smile.
You have the gift for life, Rosalind. The rest of us, we're just looking for a place to hide and watch it all go by.
Number 2. A wise girl knows her limits. A smart girl knows that she has none.
I couldn't aspire to anything higher.
You might say that Marilyn was quite ahead of her time in encouraging girls and women to smash those glass ceilings. She pursued her goals, fought for her dreams, and was never afraid to speak her mind. She exemplifies what you can achieve when you defy the status quo and show that you can keep up with the best of them, if not better.
You know, far away in the South Sea Islands, when a man hurts himself and he doesn't want people to see him cry, you know what he does?
What?
He has somebody else cry for him.
How does that help?
You'd be surprised.
Marilyn joins a long list of strong, empowering women who encourage future generations to keep fighting for equality and to never underestimate their capabilities.
Can I cry for you?
That's silly.
I'm good at it.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. It's better to be unhappy alone than unhappy with someone. So far, we should all heed Marilyn's advice.
All I know is I don't want to get married. Not yet, anyway.
Keep smiling because life is a beautiful thing and there's so much to smile about. You know what they say, when you smile, the whole world smiles with you.
What makes you so sad? I think you're the saddest girl I ever met.
You're the first man ever said that. I'm usually told how happy I am.
That's because you make a man feel happy.
I live to succeed, not to please you or anyone else. The only person you need to answer to is yourself.
Don't you know that a man being rich is like a girl being pretty? You might not marry a girl just because she's pretty. But my goodness, doesn't it help?
Fear is stupid. So are regrets. Don't waste your time on what-ifs. Who's got the time?
It's different with me. I've been on my own since I was 15. This show is my big chance. It's make or break.
If I'd observed all the rules, I'd never have got anywhere. Sometimes you have to rewrite the rules to get ahead.
This is really living it up, isn't it? People that live any other way are just crazy.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. I'm selfish, impatient, and a little insecure. I make mistakes, I'm out of control, and at times hard to handle. But if you can't handle me at my worst, then you sure as hell don't deserve me at my best. Yes, no one's perfect, but if someone doesn't accept you for your flaws, then you probably don't need them in your life.
You know what they say about girls who wear glasses.
What are you talking about?
Men aren't attentive to girls who wear glasses.
A true friend, partner, or even relative is someone who will stick around no matter what. And anyone else just isn't worth your time.
Hello.
Here we go.
No, sorry, not tonight.
That was quick.
Shh, yes?
Jim, Jack, Jeffrey.
No, it's just that I'm languid.
Well, how do you do? It's nice to know you.
Life isn't always easy. So, if they're not by your side for the hard times, feel free to show them the door.
I wanna be loved by you alone. Boop, boop, be doo.
Marilyn knew her self-worth and would never settle for less. So, why should we? Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.